Good day, beautiful people. It's saying it's +2 here in Fort McMurray, but I highly doubt it. It must be a lot colder because it sure feels cold. And we have snow here today. As I predicted, always before the 21st of April, we always get snow before or after. My son's birthday is on the 21st, and we always get snow. Yeah. Well, folks, did I ever get some news today? Trust me. Oh man, if you're here in Alberta or Canada, look out. Especially here in Fort McMurray. We are considered the highest in Alberta for insurance. But I guess insurance rates for your property insurance, like your house insurance, has gone through the roof. Okay, I was paying $2,000, over $2,000 a month, or a year, I'm sorry, for insurance. I was paying $256 a month with everything, like my content, whatever. Now that has gone up to over almost $800 a month. That is, my insurance itself has gone up to $8,000 a year. I don't even know what to do with myself. I feel like I'm having a heart attack here today. Oh, I am beyond myself. Like, I mean, I'm hardly able to afford what I pay now, and to pay 3 times as much. I tell you, I'm not mean to be ticked, but I am ticked because I'm ticked at all the people here in Fort McMurray, especially, who went out. Like, I mean, I lived on the street where we never lost no power, okay? So I didn't have to get rid of my fridge or my stove. Well, during the fire, everyone on the block almost put out their fridges and their stoves just to get brand new. But you know, there's always going to be a payday. They're going to get you in the end. And even those of us who did not go, and I mean, all I had to do was my insurance was my roof was gone. I had to, it curled all up and it needed to be fixed. That's the only thing that I had claimed on the insurance. But there's people that went and claimed every little thing. They went and they claimed for cleaning their houses, and oh my God, the stuff. I mean, I didn't take none of that crap. Where you think the money's coming from, honey? It's coming from all of us now that never claimed such bullpucky, and you had to claim for everyone else. Oh my world. I don't even know what to do. I just can't. And I'm telling you, it all lays at, I don't care if YouTube puts me off. This is all from Obama. Is the start of everything. He is the start of it all. He is ruining North America. Everything that's happening with the prices and everything else, it's all laid at his door. And he is crucifying Donald Trump in the States. It's all him. And who do we got right next to him? His puppet, Justin Trudeau. And they're all puppets of this Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. Okay, that's who's ruining people. Because what do they want? They want you to have nothing, rent from them, and they'll own it all. Oh my, I'm so beside myself today. I'm just beside myself, like, just don't know what to do. If it was just me, I would sell it. And it could be just me. Yeah, I would sell it and just go down and live on my land and just live in my trailer and not have no insurance. Who cares? Because it's for all you pay into it for years and years. Like, I'm 20 years with over 20 years with this one insurance company, and I have one lousy claim in all that time, and nothing justifies an $8,000 a year for insurance. Nothing. Just greed. Just the world we live in, it's so greedy by all these rich elite assholes. I'm sorry, but that's exactly the word I'll use, is that. Oh my. Oh. I just say, Lord, come and get us soon, because it's like the Bible says. He says, will you find faith on the earth? And it's so hard when you're, oh my, it's, I can't even, I don't even have the words today. I don't even have the words, because it's awful. For anyone that wants to come to Canada and wants to come to Fort McMurray, I'm telling you, don't come to Canada. Stay where you are in your own country. Don't come to Alberta. It's not the best place to be. Canada is not a good place to live right now. It's not. We are run by a tyrant. He wants to be like the dictators over in China and all that, right? There's nowhere really safe in the world, but you know, when you're at least in your own country, you know what to expect, and you know your surroundings. And if you think coming to Canada or even coming to the US is the best thing since sliced bread, think again, because it's not. Living in our countries here, I would like to escape this country. I really would. Go somewhere. I don't know where, but go somewhere. Because it's so expensive. You may see clean air and all that. Well, I see pictures of the Philippines and it's actually beautiful, but yet there's so many Filipino people here. The only thing I wouldn't like to live in the Philippines for is because of the tsunamis and all that old stuff. But I think, you know, you got beautiful land down there. Build high on a hill or something. Don't be down in the lowlands. Why anyone would want to come to Canada and live, I would not advise it. I would not advise it. It's getting worse here all the time. It's no longer the land of the free. There's going to come a time here in not only Canada but the US when there's no freedom, there's no liberties. Yeah, like Justin Trudeau, he wants to ban what you say on YouTube and everything else. You're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to say that. Right? It's so stupid. Well, I just finished grocery shopping at the store. That's what I got. But I gotta tell you, It is pathetic. Pathetic. The prices, you can't even look at the prices anymore. The world certainly has not been the same since 2020. I'm going to tell you, it has increased so bad. I can actually see, folks, that war is going to come. It's not a world war, it's going to be a civil war here in Canada and the US with the way things are. And it wouldn't surprise me if a world war would happen. Wouldn't surprise me at all. There's so much, you know, you don't have to worry about all this jihad stuff because it's the government officials that are ruining it for the everyday people. They are so corrupt. It's all about lining your own pockets. Like I heard, Justin Trudeau had $25 million when he went into office. And now he's worth over $100 million. $100 million. So where do you think all that money came from, folks? It came from being paid off to be treasonous to your own country. Like he needs to be taken in because it's I'm so floored today. I'm so floored. Prices are just beyond. And I'm going to tell you, if we think we got it bad now, I know you might say, well, you're talking about tribulation period, and you're all upset. Well, yeah, anyone would be, but I'm going to tell you, if we think we got it bad now, come tribulation period, it's going to be 100 or 1,000 times or whatever worse. It's going to be a lot worse than what we have it even now. Because it says in the Bible that you won't be able to buy or sell. And a piece of bread, just a piece of bread, will be worth a bag of gold. It will take a whole man's wage just for one meal. And it's that now. It's that now, I mean. And it's going to get worse. Because along with the prices is going to be heat, and all kinds of plagues are going to fall on the earth. You think I'm wrong? Yeah, okay. You can stay here and you can live it for yourself and you can find it out. But for me personally, I don't want to be here no more on this earth. I just want God to come like yesterday would be preferably. We are living, folks, in an unsustainable world. I'm sure I'm not the only one that got high prices. I mean, I know, because I know what my poor mother down there has left over at the end of the month after all bills are paid, and it's nothing. It's nothing. And I know it's me and my daughter here, and we got nothing left over at the end of the month. I mean, like I said one time before, I don't even see, to be honest, I don't even really see the money, especially after today, for even traveling to get more videos for this channel. I mean, you know, when you're not really making nothing. I'm not. I haven't made a dime yet. It's all about greedy big corporations and what they make. And you know, it's like I seen on Facebook there a couple of weeks ago where they got these, and I know they have it already in the States. I've seen it in some stores down there on YouTube and different things, future stores where everything is robotic. And I mean, they're already talking about AI taking over the jobs. Like, my question is to you folks, like, I mean, the more you give in to using this stuff, the more we're all going to suffer, right? Because where's the wages going to be? Who's going to be in the grocery stores or in any store? I mean, I know sometimes it's a pain to go into a store and you got no service. Right? I mean, I always try my best to provide customer service, and I'll take a client and walk them to from one end of the store to the other to show them where to find a product, right? But I'm old school, and I mean, they're younger ones that are out, well, they're lazier than whatever. That's because they're not being taught the right way, right? They're not showed what to do, and they just get away with every little thing. But you go into, like, where is everyone going to work? Like, even, okay, you take even a mechanic, okay, out at the sites here or whatever. You're going to have a robot doing all those jobs. They're computerizing everything. Like, they already got trucks out there that don't have a driver driving it. And it's all automated by computer. So, like, how do people live in the future? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't want to eat bugs. I didn't grow up eating bugs. And why should we, the people of the world, why should we have to eat bugs when the elites and the government officials who they work for us are sitting down and eating steak and lobster while we're having to suffer on bugs? And why in the world should our Prime Minister of Canada be able to make $75 million? Like, I'm sorry, but we don't get a wage increase like that. Why are you getting $75 million? And what do you actually do besides walking out of Parliament that you can be worth $400,000 a year? Like, I don't think any government official that sits there is making more than $60,000 or $70,000 a year. I work and I bust my butt every day lifting and lugging groceries to put on the shelf for people. Do you know, in Fort McMurray after the fire, the first people that were here that got the town up and running were the people that were filling the grocery stores. We were the ones. But you know what? Not one word of, oh, thank you to them. Right? I'm not taking away from the firefighters and the emergency people. But you know what? We were the ones that were in here, in this town, putting it back to order in the grocery stores so the people could come and they could shop and have food here. Our stores, everything was taken out and chucked out, and it had to be all fully stocked again. Everything had to be washed down, scrubbed down, so people could come back here. None of that was ever mentioned in any news thing or anything else for the workers that worked here and came here. First one's boots on the ground, putting it all back together. And yet, you know, you got people that do come in and they just think, we can rob you blind by stealing. And that drives prices up too. Like when you're there and all of a sudden they're making DoorDash, running out the door, and they got knives on them and guns on them. And you know, if you phone the cops, guess what? They don't come. They don't come and arrest. They don't come and do nothing. Because we live in a state of lawlessness. So it's lawlessness with everything. Prices go up, you can't afford to live, and you know, sometimes I can actually see it because you can't afford to live. You work like a dog for what? Falls down to, like I said even yesterday, when it comes to marriages and stuff. You got someone that comes in, splits up a marriage, and decides that they want what you worked so hard for. Yeah. It is what it is, folks. But that's my rant for today, because it's just nasty, nasty. It's been a nasty day getting this news, and it is what it is, right? So if you're in Fort McMurray or any other part of Canada that had forest fires or floods or anything else, like BC got loaded with floods and all this, prepare yourself this year, or when your renewals are coming up for your home insurance, that you're going to be paying triple the amount or more, like from over $2,000 to over $8,000. That is what I'm paying this year. And unfortunately, like I said, I think I said it earlier in the video, that you can't even, I went back and I phoned her back and I said, what about we take the content out of it? And it's just a structure, it's just a house. No, she said, no, that's included into it. You cannot, it's a part of their system. You cannot take away from the content. You have to have the content too. So folks, it's like the old saying goes, they got your bud short and curlies, right? You, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but no one wins in this world. People may think they're winning, but they're not. Because the ones who cheat and steal and bend the rules to suit themselves, cheat insurance companies and all that, you think you're winning? You're not winning. Because it's all going to come back and bite you at some point. It bites everyone else too, but it's going to bite you too. Because you can lie to everyone else, but you can't lie to God. He knows your heart. He knows everything about you. And if you continue on that path, there's only two places, one of two places that person goes. They either go to heaven or they go to hell. And if you're doing the wrong thing, you're going to go straight to hell. So, I mean, it might seem like you're winning here on this earth, but my friend, I'm going to tell you, you're not. You're not winning. So, my advice, which you may think it's not worth 2 cents, but my advice to you is smarten up and get right with God above, because this world is not going to keep going the way it is. It just can't. There's no way that it can, not with the prices of stuff itself. And then you look at what's happening over there with Israel and the Middle East. People may say, oh, but they've been having wars over there for years. Yeah. But I'll give you a little secret. The Jewish people were taken from their home for over 2,000 years. They were spread to the 4 corners of the earth. But in 1948, May the 4th, I think it was, in 1948, Israel became a nation once again. And I'm going to tell you, Israel has always had roots in that land for over 3,500 years. Palestine never ever existed. A Roman emperor, he hated the Jewish people that much that he called it Philistinia or something like that. After the Philistines in the Bible. So the Arabs came in and they called it Palestine. They have no roots in that land. Yeah, some of them were born there. It's just like, you know, I'm a Newfoundlander. I come to Fort McMurray, and I have one daughter that was born here. Right? So, some of these people, they moved in there. Their children had children, and their children had children, and that's as much of a roots as what they really got. But the point being is that Israel itself, it's 3,500 years that they've been in that land. God put them in that land and gave them that land. And when Israel became a nation, again, it says in I think it says, I'm not sure where, about a nation being born in one day. It's referring to the nation of Israel. And when that happened, folks, the prophetic time clock start ticking. And it said, the generation that seen Israel become a nation will not pass away until God would come again. That generation that seen that, like, yeah, there's many that have died, but there's going to come a time when whoever was in their generation, it could be down to the very last one, God knows, it will not pass away until, and 1948 till now, we're looking at 80 years or whatever. $70, 80 years, we're into it. I'm telling you, God's coming back very soon. And you know, I know this has been a kind of a depressing kind of video, but get ready, folks, because he's soon coming, because this world is unsustainable with all the prices that's so high. So anyway, folks, that's my rant for today. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I hope that your prices on your insurance don't go up. You have better luck than I. And, well, all I can say to anyone is stay in the Word and look at what's really important, and that's your family. Your family and your friends. And keep them all close, eh? Go see your mom and your dad and stick with your spouses and love them, and your kids, your friends. And if you see someone who you don't know today, smile and say hello. You could be the sunshine in your life that they may only see today. They may not see nobody else, and you could be that very much sunshine that's much needed in this overpriced world, unsustainable world. Anyway, folks, take care, God bless, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.